Hey guys, Candy here, and welcome back to episode number 2 of my new series called Storytime. This is basically a series where I tell crazy stories of things that's happened in my life. So, yeah. If you haven't seen the first episode, go check that out because it was a really weird story. But, go check out the first episode if you haven't already. And let's get on to the story. Okay, so when this story happened, I was like 10 years old. I wasn't in this house. I was in my older house, which was in Cocoa. And in Cocoa, there's this school called Saturn. Was it Saturn? Yes, it was Saturn. Saturn Elementary School. But that's the school I went to around there. But that's the little area where I live. So, let's start the story. Basically, after school, I was walking home with my best friend. I don't want to say his name here, so I'm just gonna call him Tyler. I don't want to say his name, so just in case he doesn't want me to mention it. But, I'm with my buddy Tyler, and after school, we had like $1 in cash, so well, in change, but we went to the gas station, and at the gas station there was this thing where it was a huge bucket of bubble gum, or super bubble gum, whatever you want to call it, but basically every single piece of candy in there was 5 cents, and we had a whole $1. So, I don't remember how many pieces we bought. You guys can go ahead and add that up in your head if you want to, or take a calculator or something. But, we got as many as we could. And after that, we were eating. I called my mom. I had a really... It was back then, I had a really old flip phone, so I had a flip phone, so I flipped it up, and I called my mom. I'm like, hey mom, I'm going over to Tyler's house to hang out, and she was like, okay, make sure you be back by this certain time. I don't remember what time it was, but she's like, make sure you get back by this time. So I'm like, okay, I end the call. And me and my friend Tyler, we go to this little area in the woods. It wasn't really, it was like a backyard. It leaded to a backyard of someone else's house, but it was like a wood area. It had a bunch of trees and stuff, and that was our basic hangout area. We would hang out there all the time. We had a lunchbox. There it is over there, actually. I kept it. I'm gonna go grab it real quick. Just pause it. Okay, so here it is. I got this from my grandpa, and we used this. This was the lunchbox that he gave us. I can't believe I kept it. I don't know why I kept it, but it's in here. There's a woods potato in here. There's a woods potato in there. But, basically, we kept our snacks and drinks in there for when we went to the hideout, which we went to. So we were going to the hideout, and we were sneaking around because technically we weren't supposed to be there. At the time, I thought my mom was like watching me from the sky or something like that, hiding in the bushes watching me. I don't know. But we went to the hideout. And we heard a noise, and we heard whispering, so we hid behind a bush. We peeked around the bush, and this guy, and this, I guess it's called a wife beater, that's what I've been told. It's basically a shirt with no sleeves, but he had old pants and everything. He was going through our lunchbox over here, and he was just whispering something. I couldn't understand what he was saying, but my friend Tyler had the balls to run out behind the bush and be all like, "Hey, what the heck are you doing? Get out of our stuff, that's ours." So he turns to us, he starts arguing with my friend. I'm still in the bush. He's arguing with my friend Tyler. They're yelling. I'm still in the bush because I'm scared. Tyler was older than me at the time. He was like 11 or 12 where I was 10. And I was still hiding behind the bush. He was there arguing with him. So I peek around the bush to see what they're saying, and he's just like, "Yo, you better back away, because this is my stuff now. It's my stuff, I'm taking it." And my friend just like, "No, me and my friend are gonna take you down, and we're not gonna let you do this." So I'm sitting there like this. Because he said, "my friend," and automatically he knew, so he was like, "Hey, I know you were over there, he just said that you were here." So I'm just like, so I get out of the bush, and I go over there, I'm like, "Sup?" I was a really quiet kid back then, I didn't really talk that much, but, I just sort of sat there, was like, and he was like, "No, you guys aren't having this anymore. I'm taking this food from you guys. This is my food now." And of course my friend, being the good guy that he is, he's like, "No, this is our stuff." And I'm just sitting back there, awkward silence, and the guy looks and turns and looks towards me, and I'm just like, "Yeah, taking our stuff back." So yeah, he's sitting there just like, and my friend runs up, and my friend runs up and grabs him by the arm, and the guy straight up just freaking backhands him. Well, not, the guy backhands my friend, and he's on the ground. He's holding his cheek because he got hurt. I run over there to see if he's okay. I stand up and I'm like, "Hey, you just can't do that." And then he reaches into his pocket. Now, immediately I'm thinking, this guy's got a gun. So I'm backing up. I'm like, okay. And I'm backing up. My friend gets up, and the guy, he pulls out of his shirt, pulls out of his pocket, and he flips it out, and it's a flip knife. And he starts going like this. He's like, "You guys better get out of here." He starts moving the knife towards us. He's like, "You guys get out of here. This is my stuff now." So I'm like, okay. So I run away. I don't really run away, but I ran, and then I looped around and hid in bushes. I opened the bushes so I could see what they were doing. And my friend's still there. He's like, "You can't just take our stuff like this. This isn't nice." And so the guy starts walking towards my friend, and my friend, he runs up to him, and he straight, full force, with all his force, he just kicks this dude right in the freaking balls. This dude, he's holding his nuts, he falls to the ground. He's not saying anything, but you could tell he's in pain. His face was all red. My friend grabs me by the arm, and he's like, "We gotta get the hell out of here." So I'm automatically like, so we run, and we get back to my friend's house. We've never told anyone about this story. We just kept it to ourselves, which is why I didn't want to mention his name, because we're the only people who knew about it. But yeah, from then on we never really talked about it, but we never went back to that spot where the guy was. We never went back to that wooded area. So, never told my parents or anything. I think I told one of my friends, who's a current friend now. I told him a while ago, sometime last year. But other than that, no one else knew. So yeah. It was a really crazy story. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. If you want to see more of this series and this content, this kind of story, make sure to give it a like down below and comment down below what you would do in this situation. And sorry this was a longer video than the last video, but this story was a bit longer than the last one, as you could probably tell. But thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you guys later.